Hey Art, how's it going?
It's going well, sir. How are you?
Good, good, good. So, what are you bringing for us to Dances with Films this year?
The movie is called I Wrote This For You.
All right. And what is your role in the film?
I play a bartender.
And are you good at mixing drinks yourself?
I am. I am actually a real life bartender as well as an actor.
Oh, okay.
So it was just the right fit.
Okay, so for my fans at home, could you explain a little bit about the story and how your character fit into that?
How I came into it?
No, how your character fits into the
My
story.
character fits into it. Well, it's basically the aftermath of a very bad breakup. Our hero wanders through the streets of Los Angeles trying to do good things every day, and he runs into a variety of interesting characters, of which I am one.
All right. Now, before I let you go, I want to ask, I know Cocktail is the most famous bartender kind of movie, but do you have any other favorite characters or favorite movie about bartenders that like, oh, you know what? You haven't seen this one, Rama.
Another bartending movie, you know, to be perfectly honest, I spend so much time behind the bar that I tend to stay away from it in other areas of my life.
Not even Coyote Ugly.
I've seen Coyote Ugly, but it didn't come to me right away. That should tell you something.
Jesse, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
Welcome to Dances with Films.
Thank you so much. It's amazing. We have quite a setup here.
Your first time here?
Yeah, it's my first time here.
All right. So what are you bringing for us? What film?
I Wrote This For You, which is a film that's kind of like 500 Days of Summer meets Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That's a great comparison.
Well, you know, I got a lot of pride in the film, so you got aim for the stars.
And what is your role? What's your character?
So I played the crying guy, which is one of the people that the main character helps throughout the film. He helps different people with their different struggles, and so I'm one of the people that he helps out because he sees and having a hard time.
I'm gonna ask you this fun question. As an actor, how easy is it for you to shed tears on cue?
Well, I thought it was relatively easy, but when you have to do it the entire time, it brought up a new challenge for me. And the production was amazing, and they gave me a room, and they left me alone, and they really were. They called me in early, and it was a really collaborative space. So now it's a lot easier. Now you give me 5 minutes, I got you.
Well, I hope in the sequel you get to be the laughing guy. Because you seem like a really cool guy.
I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that.
So if I were to ask, what are some of the themes that you want the audience would take away from this film? What would that be?
I think I want the audience to take away the importance of helping people, and the importance of that deep sadness and struggle can actually be a window into your great opportunity to help and heal the world.
Hey Sarah, welcome to Dances with Films.
Hi, how are you? Good.
What film are you bringing for us?
This is I Wrote This For You. It was produced by Matt Stoner and written by Brennan. Keenan. I almost messed up his last name, that's why I hesitated.
I hear there's poetry involved in this film, is that true?
Oh my gosh, it's centered around poetry, and a lot of the poems that are in it were written by the writer, and I just enjoy the way it was conveyed. A lot of different ways to interpret what's going on in the film and kind of write your own story through it.
Are you a poem kind of girl yourself? Do you write poems or?
Not actively, but when I think about it, like back in school when they would have us write poems, I was pretty good at them. English, I aspire, you know, and I think poetry is a talent. It's not something to be just like whimmed, you know, and it's so amazing to be so eloquent with your words and express your emotions in such a way.
I'm more of a haiku guy, but yeah.
Yeah? Is that how you identify? I'm a haiku guy.
So, what's your role? What's your character in this film?
Oh, I'm college girl number 2. I'm an extra. Been friends with Matt, and he's so kind to let me just be a part of this project, and I'm so proud of him.
Kito, welcome to Dances with Films.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what film are you bringing for us to this event?
I was in I Wrote This For You.
Yeah?
Yes.
And how'd you come by it?
Actually, I had a friend who was doing consultation on the poetry in the movie. Her name is Jasmine Williams, and she connected me into I guess they were looking for poets to like perform in the movie, and they called on me. I do poems, so yeah.
So, I haven't screened it. Looking forward to screening it. But how does the slam poetry fit into the story? How does that play into it?
I guess the main character is just like in and around these poetry environments. So I think that's why they called on Jasmine, because she knows the environment very well, you know. And obviously to help that environment, you get like the actual poets. We go to this open mic every Tuesday called the Poetry Lounge, and that's like one of the places that we're like regulars at. So it's like we're trying to just bring that environment to make it feel like a real poetry setting, you know.
What's the key? What's the key to being a good poet?
Um,
What are the criteria?
Honesty, and just keep writing. I can't tell anybody that their poetry is good or bad, but I can tell when somebody has put in a lot of work. I can tell when somebody like really thought out an idea and not just like put out the first thing they thought, you know. So I would say just like being really honest, and then being honest and authentic, and then just consistently writing. Yeah.
So is it like, you know, how in Ratatouille anybody can cook? Is that, can you say that anybody can be a poet?
I believe everybody should write, whether it's poetry or whatever, or however it comes out. I think that poetry is so cathartic for people. It's so important for like your healing process. So I think because of that, everybody should write. I don't know if everybody should be like a professional poet, but I think that if you do want to, like I said, those things are really important. Like being honest and just writing as consistently as you can.
Last question before I let you go. For my fans, where can they go to the nearest place in LA to enjoy poems or poetry?
I would say, obviously, I have a bias, right? So the Poetry Lounge is every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. You should definitely check that out. I've met, just from features and stuff like that, I've met so many of my poetry like heroes and the best performers I've ever seen like in that place. That's Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. And there's also another mic called The Pocket LA. And unfortunately, that's the same night, same time. But, you know, you could pick one.
Fabienne, congratulations on I Wrote This For You.
Thank you very much. I love this film, so I'm very happy to be here with it.
So how did you get involved with the project?
I actually went to undergrad with a lot of the people that worked on it, the director and the person who was also the actor and who wrote it. We all went to school together, so that's how I got involved, yeah.
Nice. So what is it about Brennan's script and story that you think is very unique when it comes to the cinematography aspect of it, when capturing camera?
Yeah, it was a very surreal film, so it was very interesting trying to figure out how to bring that to life and how to really, like, you know, capture that, the mood and everything, and also the perspective of our main camera. Main camera. Wow. See where I'm at? Main character. Yeah, it was very amazing kind of trying to figure that out, where he is, how he should be feeling and looking and feeling in his space, and it was just such a great journey to work with the director to kind of find that that world with him. So I loved it. Yeah, it's always my favorite part of it. I mean, you know.
Cinematography is my favorite aspect of any film. My heroes are Roger Deakins, Wally Pfister.
Of course, yeah. All those people.
Any hero, any favorite of you?
Yeah, Robert Elswit. Bruno Delbonnel is really actually the person who got me in the first place. Amelie was the film that convinced me to be a filmmaker, so I will always say that he is my favorite, 100%. But I'm inspired by so many people, especially people like you know, Rachel Morrison, like Robert Elswit, Larkin's. I always forget his last name, but he's doing so many amazing things, and it's just so great to see a lot of great cinematography out there right now, especially now. It's really, like, in TV and everything, it's really getting out there, so I love it.
Patrick, congratulations on the I Wrote This For You.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So what is your role in this film?
I played Darius, an amazing young character who helps the main character just kind of go throughout life in the film. Yeah.
So what is it about Brennan's script that makes it unique and special compared to other films?
So I love creative films, first of all. Anything with a creative, unique idea or unique spin on the way that the human brain works, I'm immediately connected to it. Brennan's one of my best friends. Jason's one of my best friends. So we all came together, and we have never done work before. And this is him right here.
Friends? Oh,
yeah, seriously.
Man,
so, you know, we made a great movie. Yeah.
Yes. So, poetry. Are you a good poet yourself? Do you see yourself as somebody who can rhyme?
See, naturally, I have it naturally, so I can rap naturally. So I feel like poetry. I wrote a piece for the movie. It wasn't in the movie, but I wrote a piece just for the movie. But yeah, I can do it too. Yeah.
Can I ask you? I'm a big fan of Denzel. I know. What is it about Denzel that inspires you as an actor?
Denzel's the absolute best. He is the legend. He is the GOAT. And the thing is, like, obviously I'm African American, so he's inspired all African American youth period. You know, Sidney Poitier, Denzel, Michael B. Jordan, your everybody, you know. So he's just like the top of the chain for it. So yeah,
He makes it look so easy.
so easy. So it's like he's not even trying.
Travis, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Good, good, good. Welcome to Dances with Films.
Yeah, appreciate it. My first time here. It looks really good.
Nice. Now, what are you bringing for us? I wrote this for you, is it?
Yeah, I wrote this for you. Yeah, I played the ex-boyfriend in the film. You know, the ex-boyfriends be a little jealous sometimes, so I had brought a little jealousy out in the film. So, yeah, that's what brings me here.
So, what is it about Brennan's script that you think stands out? What is it about?
The man is phenomenal. The ideas. So this is my first time actually seeing a film because I just moved here to LA. I was living in Atlanta, and I just can't wait to see it come alive because his writing was just like phenomenal. Just the different ideas he had, and being on set and watching the stuff come alive, it was like phenomenal, man. I had a great time. It was one of the best films I shot.
Now, I've been to Atlanta many times. Love that city. So the food is great. The people are great. Do you miss it?
I miss Atlanta a lot. The jerk chicken, the jerk wings, the oxtails. I miss Atlanta, but don't get it twisted. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, I love New Orleans.
So now that food is like way better. But I do miss Atlanta. It's a lot of work down there in Atlanta. It's a good place, a hub to get started. But I moved here because I want bigger roles and lead roles. Not saying that it can't happen in Atlanta, but I wanted to come to LA and get some of this sunshine that finally is starting to come back out. Yeah.
Brennan, congratulations on I Wrote This For You.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So what is the inspiration behind this?
Well, I went through a breakup, so a lot of this movie rings true. Yeah, no, so I went through a pretty hard breakup, and I was really trying to go outside of myself and make an effort to go out and meet one new person every single day, do one good deed every single day, and I actually kept a calendar of it. And I looked back, and I looked at all my notes and everything that I'd done, and I said, you know what, there could be a through line here. So it's crazy, but I took these notes, I made a screenplay, and I handed it to my best friends, and lo and behold, they said, you know what, let's just make it. I don't care if we don't have a budget, we're going to go ahead and do it. And, you know, it kind of blossomed into this crazy project involving over 200 artists. And, you know, here we are today, you know, with a full feature film we never thought was going to happen. And it's our little film that could.
Why the significance of involving poetry?
Well, I think slam poetry is one of the most powerful art forms in existence. And I think that cinema has yet to really shed a light on that art form, and I wanted to see that. So, I mean, myself personally, I go to a slam poetry event once a week. The Poetry Lounge is where I go on Fairfax. It's fantastic. If you haven't gone, you should check it out. It's like going to church. I mean, you go there, and it's really therapeutic. You hear other people kind of spill and reveal themselves and shed layers of what they've been through in their life. And you know what? I could relate to that. So here we are, feeling very inspired with a movie that has got amazing slam poets in it. We got a couple of them here. Keto Fortune, if you've talked to him, he's fantastic, and he's fantastic in the film too.
Last question before I let you go. So what's the key to healing from breakup, to healing yourself from breakup? What can one do? Is there one formula that applies to everybody?
There's not one surefire way to get over it. I mean, everyone tells you time will do its thing, and it does, but at the very least, you got to take it one day at a time. It's okay to not be okay, if that makes sense. You just got to find yourself. As hard as it is, go out there, go someplace, some new place you've never been to in your life. Sit down, take a deep breath, forget about everything that's happening in your life. Just sit there and be in the moment. I know it sounds weird, and just take in your environment. I was hearing crazy conversations around me. I was queuing into these things that people were saying. I was actually listening. Maybe for the first time in my life, I was actually present. And therein lied inspiration. And I know I'm a broken record, but born from that was a project that I was able to share with my best friends. But now with, the world, it's okay to not be okay. Time will do its thing.
Jason, congratulations on I Wrote This For You.
Thank you so much.
So what is it about Brennan's script or Brennan's story? I mean, you know what? I want to be involved with this one.
Well, Brennan and I have been working together for 10 years. We were roommates freshman year in college, and that was the beginning of everything. We just had a spark, a fire, and we've been fueling that fire for 10 years. And when he came to me, and I told him, I said, January 2017, I said, man, it's time for us to do a feature. We have to do something. What do we got? And he said, I don't know. At that time, he only had a bunch of ideas and an outline. In April 2017, he said, I got a script, send it to me. I said, this is it. We can do this. So let's do it. And here it is.
What were some of the joys and challenges of making this independently?
Gosh, I mean, the joy is in everything, from the people to the places, the process of just creating and being able to do that with the people who support you and believe in the story and the themes. And there's nothing greater in the world than that experience of collaboration. So that was great. I mean, the challenge is there's so many. Everyone tells you don't shoot in Los Angeles, don't shoot in Los Angeles, and it's like, but this film takes place in Los Angeles. I'm not going to go shoot it somewhere else. So much of the authenticity comes out of the experience of being in Los Angeles. So we shot it here, and it was challenging. You know, it was really challenging to do. We had bumps everywhere you went, and you know, things were positive and negative, and it's the persistence that got us through it, and the passion and the drive to tell this story, and that's what indie filmmaking is all about.
That's a great advice for aspiring filmmakers out there. Persistence, love it.
Persistence and passion. You know, those are the persistence, passion, and perseverance. The 3 Ps. George Lucas told me.
Last question. Because this is about breakup or somebody affected by his breakup that he experienced, what is the most effective key to healing yourself from a breakup, from a bad breakup?
What is the most effective? I mean, I think the most effective key, it varies from person to person. I think it's different because we all process emotion differently, and we all need different space. I mean, number one, don't be afraid to talk about it. You know, that's how I worked through the pain and the suffering of everything that I went through leading up to this film, whether it was death or the end of a relationship, that through conversation, I was able to hear my own thoughts and my perspectives, and then hear other people, and even just having someone listen to me was comforting, you know? So there's authenticity in that expression and sharing of the stories. And then also creating, you know, whatever it is you're gonna do, whether it's cinema, music, a sculpture, create something that you can channel that into that is a positive expression of your negative experience.